Alright, another clip to the bloopers.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good Man United here. Your host, Rod Willie, and we're with.
Sturm. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Today we're going to be doing the strength and weakness to legendaries. But before we start, we're going to have to introduce you to a special guest. He's a little bit of a newbie, so take it easy on him. And his name is...
So, how's it going? Gamer Boy out here. I am a recent member of the clan. I just happen to know them IRL. So, yeah, like they said, we'll be recording the legendary card video, so this is a noob's take on that.
Yes,
Alright.
and before we start, please follow us on Instagram at Goodman United Clash Royale. Follow the Discord link below to join us on Discord. And let's get started. So, Gamer Boy, what do you think about the log?
Log?
Yeah,
Well,
it's the first legendary.
from what I've used in Triple Elixir and stuff, it's a really good card at stopping big offenses. So big pushes, it's great for like destroying all the small cards and damaging some big ones. Pretty cheap card, doesn't it cost like 2 elixir?
Yes, 2 elixir.
Yeah, so it's just an easy card you could put out there to destroy a bunch of stuff. It's a really good card.
What do you think, Wild Willie?
In my opinion, the log is our right card. It can knock back some big troops. Overall, it's mostly good at stopping the princess and some hordes and doing damage to troops that are at low health. In my opinion, it's a good card, but overall, I wouldn't recommend it. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Yeah, pretty much everything Wild Willie said. Like, I think its biggest strength is that it can push the enemies back. So, like, it can stop a prince from charging and dark prince from charging. It can destroy a princess, a couple gangs, skeleton army, and stuff like that. So, pretty much everything Wild Willie said. And Gamer Boy, what is your opinion about Ice Wizard?
Ice Wizard. Okay, so far from what I've used, about my favorite legendary. I like the fact that he can shoot, or just his regular attack in itself slows the enemy and lowers their attack speed overall, giving him that technical edge on the opponent that he needs to actually kill the card.
Wild Willie?
My opinion about this card, it's a good card. It's good at slowing down troops, like Gamer Boy said. Um, Overall, I would recommend this card too. It has a decent amount of hit points, and it does have a good area damage amount, and overall, it's a good troop in my opinion. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Yep, actually everything that Gamer Boy said, I pretty much agree with. It slows down the troops pretty good, has pretty low hit points. This is actually the card I'm working on level 13 right now. It's not in my top 3 though, but definitely a pretty good card, definitely recommended. And Gamer Boy, what do you think about the Fisherman?
Fisherman. Ooh. It's a wonderful distraction against big troops. Because say you got like a P.E.K.K.A. or something charging your tower, all you gotta do is play the fisherman at like the bridge, and he can just pull the P.E.K.K.A. back. So it's really great last ditch defense attempt.
Thank
And
you.
he's a
Sorry.
pretty good at offense too, because he pulls himself to the tower.
Yeah. Alright, thank you for that opinion, Gamer Boy, except P.E.K.K.A.s don't charge, so...
I know they don't charge, like
that's-
princes charge and all that, but as charge as in leading an offensive push.
Yeah, they got you. What do you think, Wild Willie?
It's a decent card overall. What Gamer Boy said, like it's really good at grabbing troops, and it can get the King's Tower easily too to open it up. Well, but overall, it's alright card. The hit points makes it really bad because it can get really can get killed easily. But the damage wise is alright, and overall it's a good card for pulling in troops if you don't want to like a P.E.K.K.A. going after your tower really quickly. Overall, it's a good troop in my opinion. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Definitely the top worst 3 legendaries in the game. Sucks, damage low, no air defense. The only good thing about this card is that like it can get let's say the golem, it can make it hit the king's tower, which can open it up. But other than that, I think it's pretty useless. And let's go to Ghost, Royal Ghost. Gamer Boy, what is your opinion about Royal Ghost?
So, I have not hit Arena 12 yet. I'm still in Arena 10.
So what it looks like so far?
I have not unlocked Ghost yet.
Alright, but what it looks like so far?
From what I can tell, it looks like he is only vulnerable to damage unless it is by spell or he is attacking a card. So I guess that makes him pretty good in his own right because he does a lot of damage, but I don't know about his hit points.
Why, really?
I don't have this card either, but I did use him a lot in like regular battles. But overall, it's a really good card in my opinion. The hit points are really good, and the damage is really good too. And he does area damage too, which can stop. You can get some hordes like the goblins and can do some decent damage to towers and enemies. And overall, it's really invincible when it's invisible too. So it's a good card in my opinion. Probably one of the top legendaries to be honest. And pretty good card in my opinion. What's your opinion on it, sir?
I also think it's a very good card. Like I like how it can like no one can see it. Like no card can see it when it's in this ghost. Like that's what makes it a legendary. It has splash damage, which is really good. It moves pretty fast, like maybe medium. But yeah, it could like take out spear goblins, maybe even like skeleton army really, and it does a lot of damage. So like if you place it to the tower and they don't defend, like for one, the tower can't even see it, so like it won't even hit it until it makes direct contact with it. So I think that's really good too. So definitely a card I would recommend. Not in my top 3 though, but definitely a card I would recommend. And our next card would be Bandit. And Gamer Boy, what do you think about the Bandit?
Okay, so Bandit. It has the little rush attack that it does for high damage, kind of like a Prince's Charge. That's good if it can get it off. It deals high damage, and then it has the very fast attack speed. Its hit points here it says 750, so kind of relatively small card compared to something like a Royal Giant, who has 2,000. So it's good overall, but it does have 320 for the dash damage.
It does cost less than Royal Giant though. What do you think, Wild Willie?
Overall, I think it's just the opposite of a fisherman. And it literally almost has around like the same HP damage wise. I think it does a little more. And the dash, it just dashes while the fisherman grabs. So overall, I think it's just the opposite of a fisherman. And it's a good card for stopping princesses and like dashing to enemies really quickly to kill them. Overall, it's a good card in my opinion, but not my favorite. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
I think it's alright. It does have a little low hit points. Yeah, I think the only thing that really makes it useful is like when you destroy, let's say, a tower from the enemy and you place it right in the middle of the enemy's base, and it pretty much charges to that other tower like right away. So and it's also pretty good for stopping the princess, but not very good with offense. Or defense. I mean, it's more of an offense card. And yeah, so not a card I would really recommend. It's okay. It's not the worst. And our next card would be Miner. And Gamer Boy, what do you think about the Miner?
Miner, okay. This one is interesting because it's one of the few offensive troops that can actually be played anywhere on the map. So, this is great because you can start a push and have the miner get up there and immediately start hitting the tower at itself, forcing them to defend it or play a card against it to stop his damage. And then start a counterattack on the other tower as a distraction. While quickly following up an attack on the tower with the miner. So it's really great as a distraction card. I don't use it much for defense personally, just because he has to tunnel under the ground to actually appear where he wants to be. You can go ahead while that's done.
Yep. Well, really?
Oh, overall, it's a really good card in my opinion. Like Gamer Boy said, it's good for distractions. It can be a clutch too if you have a push coming and you have that miner and it's the last second. You place him right there. All the enemies go after him, and that last second you win the game. Overall, it can destroy. It does decent damage to the towers, and if you have a tower at low HP, it can destroy the tower really easily. And overall, it can stop buildings like he's doing right here. And he does have really good HP, and overall he's a really good card, and I would recommend this card. What's your opinion on it, sir?
Yeah, definitely my top 3. He's one of the very few. I only have 2 max level cards, and he's one of them that I have max level. So top 3, he's very good with buildings. When the enemy's tower is about 200 and you have max level, it would take that out as long as your enemy doesn't defend. And if you place it like the miner when, like right away in the match, and your enemy doesn't defend, it can do 500, 600 damage, something like that. So that's a good chunk, and if you keep doing that, it's eventually going to take a tower. So definitely a card I would recommend. And that brings us to our next card, the Princess, Gamer Boy.
Princess. The only thing I enjoy about the Princess is her high range and her area damage. That is the only redeeming quality that, in my eyes, the Princess has. She has really low hit points, and she's one of the fastest spawning cards, isn't she? At least if you don't.
That's about the same as most things, really.
Yeah, so the only thing she really has for her is her splash damage and her range.
Yeah.
She can attack the tower directly from, like, on the bridge, can't she? And not get hit.
Oh, yeah. From the tower, yeah. And
yeah, her range is like 9 blocks.
Yeah, you said that very well. I agree with the newbie very much. Just joking, but no, I do agree with you though. And that's pretty much does it for me. What do you think, William? Why, Roy?
Overall, what Gamer Boy said. The newbie has some nice knowledge.
I guess that brings us to our next card, the Magic Archer.
Magic Archer. Okay, this was my first legendary that I got, and was one of the ones whenever I first started playing the game that I was thinking was a pretty good card. I like his attack, because his bow, it shoots directly in a line and anything within that line gets hit. So I enjoy that, and he has a pretty long range too. So he's really good at stopping skeleton armies, and if he's positioned properly, he can attack, a high hit point card and still be hitting the tower at the same time.
Yeah, that's very good description. I liked how you said that was your first legendary. I guess I forgot to say my first legendary was the Ice Wizard. But, yeah, pretty much everything Gamer Boy said. It's not my favorite card. I think it does kind of low damage, though, and it has low hit points. But other than that, everything Gamer Boy said was pretty exact. What do you think, Wild Willie?
Overall, it's a really good card. It's one of my favorite legendaries in this game. I use it all the time. I like how, like Gamer Boy said, he mostly said everything. But overall, it can become a clutch too.
Yeah, I guess that brings us to our next card, the Electro Wizard, Gamer Boy.
Electro Wizard. Okay. This was one of the few cards who actually does damage whenever he is spawned. Something like the Mega Knight, or another legendary that we'll get to later. But, the damage. He does electric damage, and that means that he zaps a card and temporarily stops its movements, and if it's mid-attack, it'll stop that. Which is pretty good for halting something like a balloon or another card coming in that does high damage. Not very good on the offensive front, though.
I think
From
he
what I've
does
seen.
some damage with the tower though if they don't defend, you know.
Yeah, he does. They do good at that. Elektra Wizard does really good on it.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Wild Willie? That was a really good description, Gamer Boy. What do you think, though, Wild Willie?
Overall, it's a really good card. I love how it stops balloons really quickly, and it's really good on some air troops. Overall, it's a good card, and it has a decent amount of hit points, and the damage is really good too. And I like how it can attack 2 troops at once. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Yeah, I also like how it attacks. It can attack 2 troops at once. Even though, like, let's say, this is the card I have max level right now. This is the other one. This is my top 3. But let's say at max level it does 300, but if it attacks like 2 troops, it'll just do 150 to each troop. But if it attacks 1 troop at a time, it'll do that 300 perfectly. And I like how it does sting, like Gamer Boy said. Like, so it's really good against the Sparky. Electro Wizard versus Sparky. Electro Wizard wins. Sparky doesn't even hit it. Electro Wizard versus
Actually,
Inferno Dragon. Same thing. It just resets the Inferno
Yeah.
Dragon back. Same with the Hidden Tesla. And it's definitely one of my top 3. And that would bring us to our next card, the Inferno Dragon. What do you think, Gamer Boy?
Inferno Dragon. This is one of those high-risk, high-reward cards, sort of like a witch, because the longer he is sitting attacking the exact same card, the more damage he does. And he has fairly decent hit points. 1,000, that's not bad. As opposed to like some other fast-dying cards, like the Princess, who only has 216. So pretty decent flying troop. It's great for that offensive tower push if they can't actually get something out to defend against it.
Like Gamer Boy was saying, like he said, but in my opinion about this card, this card sucks. Probably one of the worst legendaries, and the hit points is alright, but overall this card can get killed by a lot of air troops very easily, like, and even ground troops. And overall, the Vector Wizard can kill it easily, and archers can get it to a low amount of HP. Overall, this card's only good attacking like the P.E.K.K.A. or the Giant or the Royal Giant, or even the Mega Knight sometimes if you can get like a distraction going on if they don't have like a wizard in the back or something. Overall, not my favorite card. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Everything Willie and Gamer Boy were saying, I don't like this card either, but it's not my top 3 of worst cards. So now a card I would recommend gets destroyed very easy with Electro Wizard, Minion Horde, Minions, Archers, pretty much anything that can hit air defense. It does pretty bad on. But it does do good against P.E.K.K.A. and higher ones, Golem. More it goes, more it hits, the higher damage it does, and that's what I like about it. But not a card I would recommend. Sorry to the person who likes this card in their clan, not my favorite one. But that would bring us to our next card, the Lumberjack. And Gamer Boy, what do you think about the Lumberjack?
A Lumberjack. Okay, so this I play Triple Elixir a lot. That's how I'm familiar with all of these cards. Lumberjack is one of the cards where no matter what, there is almost no debate between which cards I should grab. If it's up there, I'm grabbing it. I like this card so much because it is the perfect start to a push on a tower, because he is carrying the bottle of rage that drops whenever he dies. So every single card that he has behind him, following him, for an offensive end, it can be used in a defensive banner too against something like a Royal Giant or a P.E.K.K.A.
No, not P.E.K.K.A, but overall,
Mini P.E.K.K.A. maybe?
Yeah, mini P.E.K.K.A. Overall, this card's a really good card. It's one of my favorite cards I use for a giant skeleton push. there's like there's a couple of weaknesses to him, but overall his rage potion, if you got a big push going on, it can be very, very good. Overall, Gamer Boy 7 is everything like I was gonna say, and probably what Sturm was gonna say, but Sturm might have something more to say. What is it, Sturm? You got anything?
I do have some more to say actually. I think it's a pretty fast card, which I don't remember if they said that or not. But the main thing about this card is that if you're like in a 1v1 battle, most times, not all the time, but most times, you should expect that balloon because when Lumberjack dies, balloon, because that balloon will do damage if you don't defend with that rage potion. So all in all, very good card, highly recommended. And remember, watch out for that balloon. And that brings us to our next card, the Night Witch. Gamer Boy?
Night Witch. Okay, so I personally enjoy this card more than opposed to a regular witch because she spawns flying creatures that can, or the bats, not creatures. But she spawns the bats the longer. It's over a 7-second period. Every 7 seconds, she spawns 2 bats. And I enjoy that because it's opposed to something like a skeleton, where not every single troop can hit it, and while she's down below dealing damage with her staff, they're up above just sweeping in and slowly picking away at the life force of whatever they're attacking.
Yeah, what Gamer Boy said. It's all true, but overall, I dislike this card. I don't like it at all. Overall, yes, I would probably use it over the witch, but the witch can kill this card easily because it can destroy the bats while the skeletons can attack the bottom of the card. But well, the main type of summoner. But overall, probably one of the worst legendaries to be honest. Damage wise, it does good. The hit points are kind of low. What's your opinion on this term?
Pretty much everything you said, by the way. I do like the bats. I think bats are very good. And his hit points are pretty. No, his. Oh my gosh. His hit points are low. Well, her hit points are low, but her
Jeez.
damage does pretty good damage. So, yeah, not a card I would use, but I would definitely take her over the regular witch, like Gamer Boy said. Our next card, Graveyard. Gamer Boy, what do you think about the Graveyard?
Graveyard. I've rarely used this card. It almost never comes up in my triple elixir draft or whatever. So I have no experience with it, but from my understanding, it spawns a bunch of skeletons within the circle repeatedly, and they just keep coming up and attacking whatever's closest.
Yeah, what Gamer Boy said. Um, overall, this card, I used to use this card a lot when it was my second legendary. I used to use this card a lot, and they updated it to do a circle ring. It used to be everywhere, but overall, it's a alright card if you can get it into a good position and where like that the tower's distracted and like the enemies are distracted and you have that card out. Overall, since I used it in my opinion, how I used it for so long, I think it's a good card in my opinion. I know it's probably one of the worst legendaries in the game, but in my opinion, it's a good card. What's your opinion on it, Sturm?
Definitely top worst 3 in the game. This card can pretty much be defended by anything. But if you're doing the 1v1, and not always again, but you're doing the 1v1, your enemy more than likely has one of these 2 cards, Poison or Freeze. So be careful with that, and definitely not a card I would use for 5 elixir especially. So top worst 3 in legendaries in the game. And Sparky's our next card, Gamer Boy.
Yo.
Sparkies. Okay, so I cannot look at this card since I am not in Arena 11, but from what I know, it's a high hit point, slow moving card that does a lot of damage after electric charge up. So this is really good for taking down towers or, hard hitting cards like a P.E.K.K.A. charging at you because it does so much damage. input for this one. Personally, I don't use it.
Wow, really?
Um, Overall, it's a alright card. It's an annoying card in my opinion, because once you get to the next card, I'll tell you about both of them. But overall, it's the damage is really good and the hit points are really good. Overall, the only card that can probably the only card literally that can actually kill it really easily is Electro Wizard, and overall, it's a really good card. What's your opinion on this, Drew?
Uh, I don't like this card. Not top worst 3 though, but I do use the Electro Wizard, so it's not annoying to me. I also use Minion Horde, which takes it out pretty good. It does do a lot of damage if you don't defend, so definitely defend against this card. For as big as this card is, it casts kind of low hit points, so not a card I would recommend, not my favorite card. Our next card would be the Mega Knight and Gamer Boy.
Okay. I have a strong disdain for this card because it is in Arena 10. It's a commonly used initial start to a push. Because they'll play a Mega Knight and then wait a bit and play like a Lizard or something after to destroy any aerial troops attacking it. So, based off of that alone, I find it really annoying to defend against, but initially, if you're starting a push, it is a wonderful card to start with.
Like Gamer Boy said, it's an annoying card. I hate this card. I despise it in every single way. And every time I do my giant skeleton push, oh nope, that thing pops up and destroys my whole push. And half of the time, my push doesn't work. But overall, this card does a bunch of damage. It has a bunch of hit points, and it's a really overpowered card. And overall, like I said with the Sparky, if you have the Sparky in the back and that card up front, that card and with that is the overpowered duo that really can destroy towers really easily. I despise this card. I hate it in every single way possible. Whoever uses it, it's overrated, and you guys can't even. You guys don't have brains or nothing to think about other choices of using a card.
It's a meta card.
Oh, dude, this is definitely my top 3 just because it pisses Wild Willie off. I'm just joking. I think this card does a lot of damage when you place it, like Barbarians, destroyed, Elite Barbarians, destroyed, anything that's ground, destroyed, except like P.E.K.K.A. But this card can be destroyed pretty easy by P.E.K.K.A. or Mini P.E.K.K.A. or something like that. But this is definitely my top 3 favorite, one of my top 3 favorite cards in the game. So much damage. Especially it can jump, and that does a lot of damage too. And for 7 elixir, it's definitely worth it. And I think this is not really new, but it's one of the new world legendaries. It's this one, Magic Archer, Fisherman, and Royal Ghost. The 4 newer legendaries, and this is definitely the best one out of all of them. So when I started playing about 2 years ago, this is probably my favorite card that they made. They made when I started playing. So definitely love this card. Definitely recommend this card just to piss Wild Willie off. So that's amazing. And that would bring us to our next card, the Lava Hound. And Gamer Boy?
Lava Hound. Okay. So, I personally don't like this card. It's 7 elixir to play. So, out of the 10 elixir that you can have stored up, you can only play a card that costs 3. But what it is it can attack from a fairly decent range. What is it? Okay, it can attack from 3.5, whatever their measuring system is in this game, away from the tower. And then that only does 45 damage itself, but then it spawns 9 lava hounds. Whenever it dies, or not lava hounds, lava pups, whenever it dies. And then that can deal damage to the tower.
Yeah, pretty much Gamer Boy just spoke for me and Wild Willie. I mean, I guess I don't know about Wild Willie, but I think this is the top worst 3 cards in the game.
Yes. But this card can be annoying too. And overall, how Gamer Boy and Sturm got their first legendaries, really good cards. This was my first legendary, and it's probably like the only legendary in the whole season. And my luck on legendaries are so bad. And
I've only opened 4 legendary chests so far, and I've gotten Magic Archer, Night Witch, Lava Hound, and Ice Wizard.
bro, I did not.
What was the last one?
The
Oh,
last one?
Yeah, what was the last one you said?
I got Ice Wizard, Magic Archer, Night Witch, and Lava Hound.
Wow. I don't know who has worse luck. My first one was an Ice Wizard, and I enjoy the Ice Wizard.
I enjoyed the Lava Hound, to be honest. Like that, if you did it, I didn't have clone at the time, but like overall, people couldn't kill this card really quickly.
Yeah, my arrows just destroy the lava pup. So like, or my Electro Wizard even. Like, come on.
Yeah, nowadays, but back in the day, you know,
Back in the day.
back in my day.
2 years ago, okay. But okay.
Yeah, dude, we got a Clash Royale boomer over here.
Oh. But okay,
You-
that is all the legendaries, I think, right?
Yeah, that is. And why, Willie? What's your top 3 favorite and your top 3 not favorite?
My top 3 favorite is probably the Magic Archer, the Electro Wizard, and the Lumberjack. And my not favorite ones is the Mega Knight, the Sparky, and I don't like the Lava Hound much either. Yeah.
You were just saying how much you did like that card.
But no, I don't like it.
What about you, gamer boy?
Okay, top 3 favorite: Lumberjack, Miner, and Ice Wizard. Without a doubt, dude. Come on. If you like
And
any
your
of
worst?
worst, I don't like the Lava Hound, the Sparky, or the Mega Knight.
Sturm, what's yours?
Mine? Well, I'm gonna start my worst first, and my worst is definitely the Fisherman.
No, you gotta start with the.
Fine, fine.
Yeah, you gotta
My-
do that.
Alright. My third favorite would be the Mega Knight. My second favorite would be the Miner, and my first the Electro Wizard. My worst 3, the one I hate the third most, would be the Lava Hound. My second Fisherman, and I think the absolute worst legendary in this game is the Graveyard. I mean, seriously. I don't even know if I ever lost to a Graveyard. No, I probably have. But yeah. But before we end this video, I want to say a couple of things. So, Willie, do you have anything to say first?
The only things I have to say, guys, is that if you guys are a popular channel or something, and if you guys like this channel and you guys want to spread this channel out more, please do. We need the help and everything with it, and we need to be out there more. Overall, I hope you guys enjoy these videos much. We are working hard on these videos and trying to at least post one every 2 days or every single day. And that's all I have to say.
Gamer Boy, you got anything to say?
I just want to say thanks for having me here. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah, we'll have you again.
Yeah, we're gonna
We'll have you
capture
again.
you. We're gonna
come back. Don't worry.
capture you.
For sure.
We're gonna if you guys are in our clan, if you guys want to join our clan, and we have free spots open, we might choose you guys to be a special
Yeah,
guest in
but
it.
you have to have at least 4,000 trophies. So, and right now we're full.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a couple things I want to say. The first couple things are the obvious ones. Please follow us on Instagram at Goodman United Clash Royale. Our Discord link will be in the link below. Please like and subscribe, and like Wiley said, please pass this on to your friends, family, and whatever, your enemies. I don't care, just pass it on, please. Please comment like anything except this video sucks, because that's not nice. Like, comment something like, what's your top 3 legendaries, top worst 3 legendaries, or whatever. But the main thing I wanted to say is that earlier today, I have a friend. He's like, I don't know, 12 years old. So we're pretty good friends. So, and he has a YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel is his name, Leland Mays, and he said our name in one of his videos he posted today. And so I'm saying his name. So he wants support too, guys. So please subscribe and like his videos, but ours first, of course. And worry about him later. But yes, thank you, Leland, for your support, and thank you guys for yours.
And I think that's all.
Yep.
Well, guys, we'll see you
Next time
next.
at
What?
Gamer Boy.
Gamer Boy.
At Goodman United _ Clash Royale on Instagram.
What? No,
We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.